he was, no. Was it Baker too? Okay. Okay. Good evening and welcome to our council meeting for January 13th. If you would please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance and stay standing for the invocation from Tim Bankert from the Methodist Church. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd invite you to just bow your heads and pray with me. Almighty God, in this new year, you offer us many new possibilities. Help us let go of the things that hold us down from the past. Help us move forward in your grace and in your mercy. Help us recognize that the world is much bigger than our village. Help us also do all that we can to make our village be all it can be. Lord, we pray your blessing upon us, upon our loved ones, our friends, our community, and even beyond the farthest reaches of the world. We pray it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. This meeting is called to order. We have the roll call, please.
Mayor Timmerman?
Here.
Here. Francis?
Here.
Willis? Here. Vogel?
Here.
Dorman?
Here.
And Miller?
Here.
The following certificate of the clerk of the council to the presiding officer of the council of the municipality of West Milton was read. The undersigned certified that all requirements to notice and notification has been done or attempted to be done in compliance with Council Rule 3, dated January 13th, 2015. Clerk of Council Linda L. Cantrell. Don't believe we had any absences in our last meeting, which was our council meeting. You would have received in your packets council meeting minutes for December 9th, 2014. Are there any changes to those, or is there a motion to accept them as written?
So moved.
Roll call, please.
Cobb? Yes. Francis?
Yes.
Willis? Yes. Vogel?
Yes.
Dorman?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
And Mayor Timmerman?
Yes. We had for third year for Christmas lights decorating, our Community Pride Award that we hand out in the summertime, spring through fall, for those who go above and beyond for property maintenance and making their house have that extra curb appeal. We've done this now for 3 years with Christmas lights, hopefully in a fun way that people get a little recognition for, again, making their house stand out and look nice in the wintertime. So we had our 3 winners are Kirk and Robin Venzel. Am I saying that correctly? Yes. Okay. On Pinewood Drive. I would imagine most of these are down by now. If not, you might still be able to catch them, but mine would still be up. But
Mine are. DP&L supported.
there you go. Tim and Cindy Fairchild on Wright Road, and Ray Fusen family. Is that correct? And that is on Front Street. So if you would, please, I'll have each one of you come up and have a plaque for you. And just want to, again, thank you for putting that extra work.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No.
Let me get one more just to make sure. Oh, that's a good one, actually. I don't, usually the first one's terrible.
That's a good one.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Say your last name, so I want to make sure it's just that right. Okay.
There's one, let me get this one more.
Mr. Klein, is there any correspondence to council for this evening?
None this evening, Mayor.
Okay. Are there any comments from citizens regarding the legislation that we're looking at for this evening? No? Okay. So we'll move on to our ordinances and resolution. First one is CM 15-01.
It's a resolution to specify the date upon which an election shall be held to consider making permanent the current 0.5% income tax for the specific purpose of police and fire safety service expenditures for the municipality of West Milton, Ohio. Whereas council desires to place upon the ballot a measure before the West Milton electorate to make permanent the 0.5% income tax for the express purpose of providing funding for municipal police and fire operations. And whereas Section 718.01C of the Ohio Revised Code stipulates that in order to place a municipal income tax measure on the ballot, the legislative authority must first specify the date of the election and direct the Board of Elections to conduct the election. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Municipality of West Milton, Miami County, Ohio, that Section 1, May 5th, 2015, shall be and is specified as the date of the election to be held to submit to the electors for their approval to make permanent the 0.5% local income tax for the specific purpose of funding police and fire safety services for the municipality of West Milton. Section 2, the Board of Election of Miami County is hereby directed to place this issue on the ballot, on the May 5th, 2015 ballot. Section 3, this resolution shall be effective from and after its passage.
Motion. Is there a motion for this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion on the ordinance? You want to? No? I didn't know if we just wanted to explain what we,
Well, probably after the second piece of legislation, we can
Okay.
explain both at the same time.
okay. Roll call, please.
Cobb? Yes. Francis?
Yes.
Willis?
Yes.
Vogel?
Yes.
Dorman?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
And Mayor Gentleman.
Yes. Moves us on to our second piece, which is CM 15-02.
It's an ordinance to place a levy on the May ballot asking the voters to consider the 1/2% income tax without reciprocity for the specific purpose of funding police and fire operations in the municipality of West Milton, Ohio, to be made permanent and declaring an emergency. Whereas since January 1st, 1997, the municipality of West Milton, Ohio has had a 1/2% income tax to support police and fire safety service operations, including a renewal in November of 2001, November of 2006, and November 2011. And whereas the revenue produced by this tax is vital to maintain and enhance the public safety services for the community. And whereas the funds generated by this tax are bound by the terms of this ordinance to be used specifically to fund police and fire operations. And whereas these vital public safety services are essential to the health and welfare of citizens, both working and living in the community, so that it is deemed necessary by the council that no reciprocity shall be permitted for payments to other communities. And whereas Section 718.01C of the Ohio Revised Code requires that a municipal corporation levying a tax on income at a rate in excess of 1% must obtain the approval of a majority of the electors of the municipality at a general, primary, or special election. Now therefore be it ordained by the council for the village of West Milton, Ohio, as follows. Section 1. In accordance with the current laws and regulations governing the collection and payment of local income taxes to the municipality of West Milton, Ohio, the current 1/2% income tax, which was levied for police and fire operations, is hereby made permanent subject to the approval of the majority of the electors of the municipality of West Milton upon the conduct of the primary election scheduled for May 5th, 2015. Section 2, this 1/2% income tax over and above the 1% otherwise levied by action of this council should not be subject to any reciprocal credit for payment made to any other governments. Section 3, the ballot measure for the election as specified by Resolution CM-15-01, municipal income tax. The municipality of West Milton, a majority affirmative vote is necessary for passage. Shall the ordinance providing for the municipal income tax in the amount of 1/2% for the municipality of West Milton and the county of Miami be made permanent? And obviously that's for the income tax or against the income tax. Section 4, this ordinance is hereby declared to be an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, safety, and general welfare, and shall be effective upon its passage.
Is there a motion for this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Do you
To-
want to? Go ahead.
To explain to the voters, there's two pieces of legislation. They both sound the same. However, when you have an issue that you're going to be placing on the ballot, the first piece of legislation, which was a resolution, designated May 5th, which is our, in Ohio, our primary, would be an election placing something on the ballot. In this particular case, it's for the 0.5% income tax. And then what has to happen is council has to pass an ordinance asking those voters, do you agree with this ordinance? So that's, not to confuse you, it sounded like we did two pieces of legislation which had the same wording, but to be able to place something on the ballot, that's the way you have to do it, is two pieces of legislation. So that's why there's two pieces of legislation with essentially the same wording.
And I also think it's important to note that this isn't this is not a new income tax we're proposing or an additional. It's just taking the renewal that's normally every 5 years and making it permanent, so that way we don't have to deal with another renewal and keep renewing the same tax every 5 years. It just makes it permanent, makes budget planning a lot easier when we're looking at a 5-year plan.
Any other discussion, comments? Thank you. Roll call, please.
Cobb? Yes. Francis?
Yes.
Willis?
Yes.
Vogel?
Yes.
Gorman?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
And Mayor Tippett?
Yes. Our last piece for tonight is Resolution CM 15-03.
It's a resolution to place the unexpired term of mayor council member of the municipality of West Milton, Ohio on the May 5th, 2015 ballot. Whereas the duly elected mayor-council member of the municipality of West Milton, Ohio for the period January 1st, 2014 through December 31st, 2017, resigned his position effective June 24th, 2014. And whereas Section 4.07B2 of the Charter of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, states that when the office of mayor-council member becomes vacant, it shall be filled at the next regular and/or special municipal election for the remainder of the unexpired term. And whereas May 5th, 2015 is the next regularly scheduled municipal election. Now therefore, be it resolved by the council of the municipality of West Milton, Miami County, Ohio, that Section 1, the duly elected mayor-council member of the municipality of West Milton, Ohio for the period January 1st, 2014 through December 31st, 2017, resigned his position effective June 24th, 2014. Section 2, Section 4.07B2 of the Charter of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio states that when the office of mayor-council member becomes vacant, it shall be filled at the next regular and/or special municipal election for the remainder of the unexpired term. Section 3, May 5th, 2015, will be a special election for the municipality. Section 4, the Board of Elections of Miami County is hereby directed to place the position of mayor-council member on the May 5th, 2015 ballot for the remainder of the unexpired term ending December 31st, 2017. Section 5, this resolution shall be effective upon passage.
Is there a motion for this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Just to make everyone, it's the resolution that's just been read is fairly self-explanatory. Mayor Coate resigned last summer, in June of 2014. There was more than 2 years left on his term. It's a 4-year term. Anytime there's more than 2 years left on a term, the charter specifically says that you have to have another election or a special election to elect a new mayor. Because the primary is normally not a time that we have an election. However, now we have put the 0.5% income tax on the ballot. We are required now to place the mayor's position on the ballot. And to clarify, the ordinance you may have seen said the primary election, because that's what it is a primary election. This one specifically says a special election because typically there's never an issue. We don't have any primaries. So it is a special election for us. So the mayor's position must be put on the ballot per our charter.
Any other questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Cobb? Yes. Francis?
Yes.
Willis?
Yes.
Vogel?
Yes.
Gorman?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
And Mayor Tenny.
Yes. Move on to the manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor, Council. Only a few items for tonight. We need some help. We have a few positions. It seems like I do this every January. We have a couple positions open, one on our park board and one on our what's called the Board of Adjustments. The Board of Adjustments typically deals with any type of zoning code issues. And of course, the park board deals with the governing of our parks and recreation programs. There was a member who resigned in December on the park board. Park board typically meets on the third Wednesdays of the month, once a month. The meetings usually last only about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then the Board of Adjustments meets when needed. They don't meet on a monthly basis unless there is someone asking for a variance or something. To give you an example, in all of 2014, the Board of Adjustments met once because there was someone asked for a variance of an ordinance or a zoning code. So if you have the time, if you have the passion to try to help out the town and give some of your time and talent, please give me a call or see me at City Hall. We'd sure would like to place you on one of our committees. To let council know, we have been trying to work on putting something together for the income tax information. I'm finding it increasingly difficult to make a very complex subject matter into one page. We have tried to work up some charts and graphs or something that someone who's visual might try to understand. I like to probably do both if someone likes to read or is it more of a word person. We'll stick with a 2-page letter or a front and a back letter in trying to describe as succinctly as possible in basic terms of what the issue is with the income tax, and then plot that on a 1-page bar and graph type thing, similar to what we've done, or what we did, I'm sorry, during the street levy campaign a couple years ago. I hope to have something to you on the Friday prior to our workshop that we can then dedicate the workshop in getting that message hammered out, and that everyone agrees, understands, gives all the information that we need to get to all of our citizens. So it's just a complex issue in trying to, I could tell you all about it in 5 pages, but to do it in 2 pages is a little bit difficult. If you might recall, last year we had a very successful program, and there was quite a bit of demand in continuing the program for 2015, and that's our Hometown Heroes banners. Starting the 1st of February, we'll start taking orders again for this year, for the 2014. We will only be doing the large banners, primarily because we have no more poles for the small banners in downtown. They've all been sold. We will be having applications here, online, Facebook page probably as well, I assume. And I believe we will be taking applications for Hometown Heroes through March 27th of this year, and then placing orders in with the goal, of course, having all the banners up prior to Memorial Day. Just a reminder that our next joint meeting with the school board and the township trustees, and we have also put out invitations to Laura, Potsdam, and Ludlow Falls, will be next Thursday, January 22nd at 6 p.m. here. We are the hosts for that evening. We always try to limit it to a 2-hour meeting, so we will continue to do that as well. Jenny Rammel and myself have been trying to put together some agenda items. I forward those typically on to Tony Hughes to see if Union has anything as well that they would like to have. I'm glad to see that Lene and I got the clothing memo, and we're dressed alike, so we're twins, yes. I'd like to congratulate the Ohio State Buckeyes for winning a national championship last night, and the only thing I can say is OH. Thank you, Mayor. That's all I have.
Thank you. Is there any old business to discuss? New business to discuss? I'll remind everyone our next workshop meeting is January 27th, 7 o'clock here at Council Chambers. Comments from citizens? Questions? 7:30, sorry. 7:30 on January 27th. Okay, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
That's it?